Here's a little bit of the nerdy end of things. This is again kind of the grunt work that we take off our clients' plates because you guys are busy selling homes. You guys are busy servicing clients. You guys have lives outside of real estate. Actually, do things outside of your business. So that's where we become part of our clients' teams and we become an extension to help. But if you are doing these brainstorms and you have someone on your team or it's you, these are some ways you can get inspiration and use these resources to pull from. These are things that we do for our clients because we don't live in Boulder, Colorado. We're in Central Florida, thank goodness. But we in Boulder, Colorado, we need to lean on Google News and Google Trends and these other sources that I'm going to go through to get hyper local content, to get content that we can write on our clients' behalf that again educates, informs, or entertains. So they don't have to. But Google News and Google Trends are two of the most probably underutilized resources that are out there on the web for marketers or just business owners to use and create content with. So you can see if you type in your area, like I'm in Google News right now, like Lakeland, Florida. If I type in my city here and I put in Lakeland, I can literally see trending news articles that are happening in my area. I can literally go back in time. I can see top articles from the last 7 days or 30 days or certain industries, certain topics. I can get super granular in here. But I'm just showing you at a high level, you can put in your area. I can put in Lakeland housing market. I'll just do that just to show you. Like you can put in certain keywords that Google will they'll pull this data together for you. And look at this, like, is the housing crash coming to Florida? If I'm a real estate agent, I'm probably going to be writing about this topic that I can use from the American Prospect and get some inspiration from and use my expertise to mix in my own thoughts. I can use this as a starting point to get my brain flowing and then make my own version. And that's what we do for our clients. And that's what you guys can do right now to get some ideas here. But there's so many different ways that you can slice it and get inspiration. But Google News is an amazing resource, and also Google Trends. So the same sort of thing.
Wow.
You can see things that are actually upcoming. So like certain times of the year, you can see when people start to talk about it. And as marketers, you can get in front of these things and talk about them, or you can lean in onto hot trending topics right now that you can write about that sort of go viral in your area or just have more shareability, So Google Trends, Google News, amazing resources we use every single week for our clients, and I strongly encourage you guys to as well. The other thing is local news outlets. So like, for example, in the 90-day outline, you'll see the one that we wrote is actually from a local news outlet here in Tampa. It's a baynews9.com article about realtor.com naming Lakeland, shout out Lakeland, being #1 place to buy a home in 2019, not 2020. But last year we were, and the local news outlet wrote that. But again, you can get inspiration from multiple different, sources to repurpose and make your own. So local news outlets, even local influencers. So, some like local chamber members or the mayor or, certain community figures that you can follow and also get some inspiration from. This is another huge one that I think a lot of people don't even comprehend really. Like when you are speaking to your colleagues, your clients, your prospects, all of these different conversations, a lot of times can be repurposed into blog content. When you are hearing certain trending topics or questions being brought up continuously, that's a blog. When you're debating a hot topic that people are on both sides of the fence, that's a blog. So when people have questions or concerns or interests, just start thinking like, how do I write up? Like, how do I maximize this topic into a form to attract business? So just think about that next time that you're talking to colleagues, even if they're in another area of the country. There's still ways to get in, to get inspo.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no one's short of an opinion, right? So you just scroll down your Facebook feed, you see some post that has a bunch of comments on it. You take the topic, you write your own blog about it, and then you send them, and then you run an ad with that topic. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like shooting fish in a barrel at that point.
Right, exactly. And you have to understand this content is great for, and I'm going to talk about another area that this content is great for, but it's great for your
Mm-hmm.
brand. It's great for your SEO. It's great to start conversations. You'll be surprised at how
Mm-hmm.
many lurkers there are on social media, even in your email. People may not click, they may not reply, they may not open things, but they see it. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
first step. It's like a mobile billboard. You're at
Yeah,
least staying top of mind, and that's a win in itself. So as long as you're staying
got to build the mind share. To
exactly.
steal
Yep.
to steal a phrase.
Yep, exactly. You want to, but lean into who you are, be authentic, and that goes into my next point here, or actually that was my last point, but I'll just skip right to it. Your own passions, your interests, your hobbies, these are also things you guys can write about. Lean into who you are,
Mm-hmm.
be authentic. I'm not saying to write about politics, even if you're passionate about politics. There's certain things to not talk about, but there are, like we were talking about, like Ozark, or like certain things that you enjoy. Like, I'm a big sports guy, as you know. I love the Bucks. Shout out Tom Brady, huge year already. But yeah, don't make me get my helmet, man. Um, yeah, so you know, if I'm a big sports guy, and I am, I talk about sports on my personal feed all the time. Like, I start conversations with people in my community just about things that I enjoy. So you can join Facebook groups, just be social. That's why we have social media. It's pretty simple. So, stop being a lurker and actually engage with people and post your own content, but also engage with your people, engage with your followers, start conversations that way.